Greetings, my name is Terence Scardino, and the following is a detailed account of the personality traits for Leo, which is the same whether it's Western or Vedic astrology. When I think of Leo, what comes to mind is the most charismatic and extroverted of all the zodiacal characters. You are ambitious, courageous, dominant, strong-willed, positive, independent, and self-confident. Born leaders, you are at your most effective when in a position of command, and your personal magnetism can bring out the best of loyalty from followers. Your followers know where you stand. The symbol associated with your sign is the lion. The lion has derived its meaning from many ancient stories. Of course, he is the king of the beasts, the leader and protector. The lion is a wild beast of great passions, but he doesn't get angry unless seriously wounded. A lion is not greedy, but leaves off eating when he's had enough. He never eats leftovers. And the lion is very protective of its cubs. The sun was regarded by the ancients as the king of the planets, and thus was given rulership over the sign Leo. Leo is reputed to be kingly and dominated. The planets circle the sun, the center of the solar system. Leos often find themselves or place themselves at the center of affairs, and many of their relationships dependent on their need for leadership, strength, and direction. The sun that rules Leo is all about power, whether for good or evil. And when allowed to run wild without conscious direction, it leads to arrogance and the urge to control and dominate others. Dictators represent the negative aspect of Leo. Most dragon-slaying myths are the taming of this powerful life force and bringing it under conscious control. The ancient Greeks attributed the first of Hercules' 12 labors, the slaying of the lion, as descriptive of Leo. The story is about Hercules, who represents the human and civilized aspect of man, who gains control over the passions of the beast within, represented by the lion. Like the lion and Hercules, your vitality and sexuality are very strong and powerful. I know it sounds like a cliche about the lion's mane, but it's just amazing how most Leos wear their hair as a royal crown, often with the mane being their best physical quality. Your nature is fiery, and therefore exercise is important, but so is showing off your competitive nature to win and looking good at the same time. Therefore, most of you take great pride in your overall physical appearance, which in turn gives you a robust and sexy body. Loyalty and devotedness are characteristics of Leo, who is no philanderer when involved romantically. Leo is a gregarious, big-hearted sign who needs plenty of affection. Confidence is the key to your personality, and if it is shaken, you won't be able to move forward as smoothly as you might wish. Being stubborn, change is hard for you to adjust, at least initially, so surround yourself with only your most supportive friends. Marriage, family, and children hold a special place in your heart. You want to be the king or queen of the household, whether as a successful papa winner or the super mom who does it all. So regardless if it's the boardroom or the kitchen, you have a powerful need to be the best. When you fall in love, you want the courting game and romantic dinners, and hopefully leading to the lavish wedding party and gifts, the exotic honeymoon, and finally the beautifully decorated home, which will be your showcase as the backdrop of the perfect home and family. You want it all, and with flair and style. And after all the hard work to get there, you aren't going to jeopardize it by fooling around indiscriminately or at least you won't leave the marriage because of a weak lapse of character. So when you fall in love, your object of desire will certainly know it, for your intense enthusiasm can sweep your lover off their feet. But if you are rejected or deeply hurt, you can shut down your heart and become ice cold because you don't give up easily. But when you do, it's usually over completely with no turning back. Intellectually, you think and act grander than others would normally dare. Your aspirations often intimidates others, and your ability to go straight to the heart of any situation reassures those who depend on you. You make choices like a natural-born leader, never wavering that would show weakness to the troops, but quick, decisive, and confident with whatever your choices may be. If artistic, Leos can become stars of stage or screen, and as painters, anything grand in conception and scale appeals to them. Even in the meekest of Leos, there is a theatrical quality. Only some play it on the operatic stage, and others simply rule the kitchen with flair and intensity. Being a natural leader, you must be in a position of authority. Doing your own thing is not as attractive to you, even though there is no one over you. You still have that need to lead a group of people, depend, and to look up to your direction. Financially, you do well in business, but you also have a tendency to spend too much because of your grand outlook on life. You gamble big and you can win big, but you also spend too much to impress others, thinking you need to look successful to attract success. I suppose there is some truth to that philosophy, but you have to remember not to overdo the extravagance when your ego needs start running your pocketbook. Leos govern the upper back, spine, and heart. And most of your upper back pain is from shouldering too many responsibilities in life and not delegating duties to others to take up the slack. Taking on too much stress have often caused heart problems for those career-obsessed professionals who kill themselves striving to the top of the ladder. Your faults can be as mind-blowing as your virtues, for an excessively negative Leo can have extreme arrogance, pride, and a quick temper. Fortunately, it is rare that a Leo is so undisciplined as to not notice how others are judging them. And since they want to be liked, they know how to change their ways for the good. You have a powerful mind, and many of you are often philosophical, sometimes religious, and always of a spiritual nature. Those of you who are devout may become very obstinate in upholding traditional beliefs and will cling tenaciously, but with complete sincerity, to practices and doctrines, which liberal thinkers may regard as absurdly out of date. However, with all your self-pride, you are well aware of a higher power outside the self-importance of the ego. Some of you can get seduced into believing that God has chosen to speak through you and no one else, but mostly you have a great reverence for a greater intelligence. And it is this quality that keeps you from falling from grace and maintaining your charismatic hold over others. And thank you for watching. And if you're on YouTube, you can click like or subscribe so you can see more of my videos. And follow me on Facebook or Twitter, where I post daily astrological messages. Thanks again.